is a chef, and she's the founder of Prep and Rally. And today she is preparing her delicious, crazy kitchen sink cookies. And there's a reason they're called kitchen sink cookies. Please welcome Dini Klein to our home.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Joining Cam at the counter, Shirley and Orly. They're very excited to dig into your sweet, savory, umami.
Yes.
The only thing not in this cookie is the kitchen sink.
I feel like there's like fear factor. So you guys are like about to taste the most insane cookie ever.
Listen.
They're not that crazy. There are no crickets in there. There's nothing too.
There's no actual kitchen sink.
No actual kitchen sinks. You won't break a teeth. Don't worry.
But it's
okay.
super creative.
Yeah, they're fun. I have an art background. I love doing my own thing. Even my own recipes that I come up with, I refuse to follow them. It's a joke. Like, I don't like following recipes, and I'm the worst baker of life. My husband always tells me, don't bake, don't even try. Why do you try?
And she says that as she's about to make a cookie.
As I'm about to make you the best cookie
not
ever.
True, because it's a great cookie.
Once you follow somewhat of a formula, then you can really play around with the craziness. And I'm all about repurposing leftovers, being really smart and savvy in the kitchen, and trying to just think outside the box and use what you have, so you don't have to go to 5 different grocery stores to buy one item on your grocery list. Use what you have at home.
Okay.
So that's really what I try to always show people, is have fun with it.
I can't wait for you guys to hear what are in these cookies. Very creative. Okay, so we start with our butter and our sugar creamed, right?
Exactly. So you start with that in there. You let that get creamed together, and then after that goes in your egg.
Okay.
So,
now, is that brown sugar?
So yeah, so a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of white sugar, and butter.
Okay.
And you could obviously use, if you wanted to make these vegan, you could of course use like a non-dairy butter alternative as well, which I've done. Do you want to throw this in there for us?
Okay, you want to tell them what it is?
Okay. So, ingredient number 1.
I saw it sitting there.
It's not peanut butter.
It's not peanut butter, it's not almond butter. Miso paste.
What?
I had made a miso glazed salmon from a meal prep a couple weeks back, and I had it sitting in my fridge, and I was like, hey, why not? They're coming in.
That is so cool.
That's literally where I get inspiration. I open my fridge and I'm like, I don't want to go to the grocery store. Let me see what I can throw in here. It's kind of like chopped at home. It's great.
Wow.
This is tahini paste, which isn't that crazy. You've been seeing a lot of tahini lately in desserts, so it's not too nuts.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to guess? We have 2 different hues of brown.
Soy sauce.
Very good.
No.
Soy sauce. Okay.
Well, they kind of, at this point, they know because we're going in that direction, so.
And vanilla. So vanilla is more normal.
Typical, yeah.
The soy sauce is a little bit crazy, but think of like a salted caramel kind of situation where you have this salty, the sweet, the umami, they're intensely flavored. They're so good. I'm like addicted to these.
Wow.
Okay. So
then we add in our flour.
Yes, so that is the wet ingredients. And then in the dry ingredients, we have your usual suspects, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and flour.
Okay.
Don't mix up baking powder and baking soda. I did that a couple weeks ago because my kid was making slime, and she put the wrong thing in the wrong container that she borrowed from me, mixed up my labels, used the wrong thing, and messed up the whole dessert. It was not a good night. So that's where you can't mess around with baking. Baking powder, baking soda.
Did it become a volcano?
Yeah.
It was
Science class. Suddenly
it
a
turned
volcano.
like a weird color. It was so weird. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Yes. So we're gonna shut that
you wanna
off.
turn it off?
Otherwise,
Okay.
it's gonna
Well,
fly all up in our face. So we're gonna put this in here. If you're a real baker, you would do it in like a couple different batches. I'm not. I don't like baking. And we make our own rules here. So do what you like.
Right.
Yeah. Baking.
It's so cool because the flavors, like once you say what they are, I can like now taste them.
Yes.
But when you first have it, it's just delicious.
Yeah.
And different. But then I'm like, oh wait, I can taste the tahini. I think I can taste the soy sauce. I think
Exactly. You pick out those
point.
flavors.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay, so
Love that.
now we are incorporating this flour with the butter and the sugar and all the wet ingredients.
Exactly.
And
So
now
now
you're
it's
going to
like a
add
regular
even
cookie.
more creative stuff.
Okay. So now is where you could get really, really creative. Like, if you don't have pretzels, okay, use chips. So like I was making this with my daughter the other day.
So good.
We had a tiny, like maybe it was like 5 pretzels sitting at the bottom of a bag. So I was like, I can't give this to her for snack for school. There's 5 pretzels. What can you do with them? Don't throw them out. Throw them in your crazy kitchen
Put 'em
sink
in your
cookies.
cookies.
Why not?
Why not?
So we're just gonna mix
does give
all
it a
these
crunch.
things in here.
And the potato chip idea is so brilliant. I
Yes,
love
'cause
a
it's
chocolate and
salty.
potato chip.
Oh, sweet
Chocolate
salty.
potato chip in a cookie. It's a dream come true.
Yes, agreed. These are toasted sesame seeds.
Interesting.
And what's kind of fun about that is that we have the tahini in there, so giving sesame seeds so you sort of know what that flavor is, kind of reinforcing that sesame kind of flavor. It gives a little bit of crispiness to it.
Right.
Really fun. Pine nuts. I do a meal prep every week with Prep and Rally, which we'll get to in a minute. But these were leftovers for making a pesto one week. I had like a small random amount of pine nuts.
By the way,
What do we do?
Put them in.
you don't ever
Put 'em
waste
in.
pine nuts.
Why not?
No,
Just
right.
don't.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
expensive.
sounds like pretty pricey
They're
and
expensive,
super yummy.
and they're so delicious.
Yeah.
They're
They're
decadent.
good. Oh, heck yeah.
They almost remind me of like a macadamia nut in a way, where they're
Right.
like creamy and rich.
Are there any nuts that are like kind of good for you, or?
Yeah. they're up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, definitely. And chocolate chips. I mean, like, who doesn't like chocolate chips in a cookie, right?
And then you just fold that in.
Yeah, so you mix this all together.
How long would this stay in the refrigerator if you didn't want to make it, or a freezer even?
I would say 2 or 3 days, but if you wanted to either split this in half or just put it directly in the freezer, you could even form them, ready to go, pop them in the freezer, so you
And
can
then
just
when
pull them out.
somebody shows up for company, you just throw it-
Unexpected
Yeah,
guests,
there you
here
go.
we are. You got
Wow.
some crazy kitchen sink cookies.
So here is our dough.
Here's our dough. We have a little scoop over here, and I don't have anything fancy at home. I have like very basic, simple, and I was a private chef. Like you would think I have the fanciest knives, and that's so not me. I'm like very basic
But that's
girl.
good because that's what most people have at home. You know,
it's
so
practical,
people
it's
aren't
real.
using chef's knives.
So like this is
usually.
not an expensive item. You don't just use this for ice cream. An ice cream scoop at my home, we use it for everything but ice cream. I use it for forming lentil burgers, for
Right.
any kind of and pancakes. I use it for. You make the perfect amount
Cottage
of
cheese on top of
exactly,
something, yeah,
exactly.
tuna, anything.
Yes. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take this batter.
I'll make it for you later.
Yeah, it's getting excited, huh? So you're gonna take your dough and you just press it into here and
Okay.
out it goes.
Nice.
So you want to do that,
Sure.
Debbie? Put you to
I
work.
like that you keep them uniform too, so then everybody gets the same size cookie.
Exactly,
And
the
they
same
cook the
size.
same.
Yeah.
Now,
And
that's
they'll
not
get
too
your
much
hands
dough.
dirty.
That looks like a big cookie. Is that what we
I
just
like-
had right here about?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like a
It didn't
big
come
cookie.
together quite
Yeah,
as well
that's
as yours did.
Yes,
but
it's
that's
good to
okay.
pack it in.
Yeah.
But it's totally fine. As
Make
long
sure
as
you
you press
pack
it
it.
together, it stays.
Now-
Probably want to separate them because I bet
Exactly.
you they're
They
going to spread.
They spread a little bit, so you want to leave a little bit of
Okay,
space.
so how long did these go in the oven for?
These are going to go in for about 8 to 10 minutes and bake. Your house is going to smell pretty ridiculous. So try to occupy yourself in that time so you don't go nuts.
At what temperature?
At 350 degrees.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, and then when you pull them
Like a
out.
little something like that.
Gorgeous.
Yummy, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We'll pause for that for sure. Come on, bring it in.
They're
Now,
so
you got to
good.
tell us about your meal prep. I know you alluded to it a little bit earlier. What's it called again?
Prep and rally. Yes.
cute.
So the whole concept is it's a meal prep service that helps busy families get through the week, get dinner on the table every night of the week with ease, and you save so much time, so much money, and your sanity. And it gets
What a
you
great
through.
idea.
Yeah, it gets
It's
you
everything but the
through
kitchen sink cookies.
every
Yeah.
year. So it's funny. I have not added a dessert component to it, but people always ask, can you do like a breakfast prep? Or can you
Dini,
do a dessert prep?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah,
This
you got to
cookies
get
are
those on there for
Please,
sure.
no, don't make me.
Listen, these are absolutely delicious.
so funny to hear
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
yeah,
having me. This
I
is
love
really
it.
fun. Thank you.
Everybody,
Cheers.
hallmarkchannel.com. The full recipe will be there. You got to try it, and you got to try and find everything in your kitchen.